All right. Okay.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Well, Elizabeth, here we are kicking off another Linchpin member interview. Thanks for doing this.
I am so happy that you chose me out of your emails. I appreciate it.
Oh, 100%. I'm making my way through as many members as I can. Sadly, there's not enough days in the year or weeks in the year, whatnot. But I'm coming from Washington State here today. It's actually
Mhm.
sunny outside. Where are you located?
I am just outside of Rochester, New York. It
Okay.
is 33 degrees. It was snowing earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yep, just a few flakes, nothing stuck, but it's just, you get we got had a nice couple of days last week and it was, in the 60s and sunny and you think, "Oh, it's springtime." And then the weather just says, "Nope, fooled you."
Mm.
Yeah.
Have you had some? My family's from Massachusetts. Have you had some good weather yet or not yet?
There's been a few days where it's been sunny out. One of the things I wrote in my email is my father owns an ice cream shop. He's about 2 hours away from where I live right now. And he always waits for like the first couple of really nice days in the spring before he opens.
Mm, okay. So first of
Yeah.
all, that was something you just mentioned casually in your email.
Yep.
We have to talk about that. We
Okay.
have to. I mean, I have his website called up right now. I've been all over the website checking
Oh
it
my
all out.
gosh.
It looks absolutely, is it uh Bonomo? How do you say it?
That was really good. Bonomos. Nobody gets it on the first try.
Okay, Bonomos.
Yep.
Man, maybe I'll put the link in the description. First of all, I love ice cream.
I know you do.
Love ice cream. And there's so many things about this. I think your father would probably be a fascinating interview as well, but you grew up with this.
Mhm.
There's so many cool things. How in the world, I mean, did you grow up, do you love ice cream to this day, or did you overload on it and the thought of it makes you sick now?
Oh my gosh, absolutely not. I am such the trouble is, excuse me. The trouble is so my father makes the hard ice cream and he makes the lemon Italian ice, which is my son's favorite flavor is the lemon
Mm,
ice. But growing, it's really good ice cream. It's not like we like Perry's is a flavor or is a chain of ice cream that gets served a lot around here. But
okay.
where I live, when I moved to Rochester, I kind of took it upon myself to visit the ice cream shops and to kind of find my favorites. And
Hmm.
I moved into this house a week ago,
Oh,
and
wow. Congrats.
yes. It's been a busy week.
I bet.
And we now live about 5 minutes away from my favorite ice cream in the Rochester area.
Oh, good.
Yes, it is. It's so, so good. And the owner is so, so nice. So it's a good
Yeah,
combination.
well, again, I went to your family's ice cream shop's website, and
Hmm.
it's just so impressive. It says it's their 63rd year in business.
Yep.
I mean, that in and
Yes.
of itself, it could be a whole another topic. Like, the mom and pops, there are fewer and fewer every single year, and they're taken over by
Hmm.
big chains, conglomerates, whatever it happens to be that have, I'm sure you could have a nice manager or whatever it happens to be that, but there's nothing like the feel of the business owner is truly invested in everything that happens. It's a family business. They care. It's in their blood. So to see like a family business that's been around 63 years,
Hmm.
that's like a unicorn these days. Quite frankly, have they been, I guess, in that same location? I mean, was this his occupation from day one, just wanted to make ice cream?
So it started with my papa, my dad's dad,
Hmm.
and he bought into a franchise when his kids were young, and they called it the Dairy Aisle. The Dairy Aisle folded as a business in, I want to say, like the early 90s. And my papa decided to keep the business, and he just renamed it Bonomo's Dairy Cream. So it's been in the same location for the 63 years. There used to be a second location. They ended up closing that because there was like a dispute over the rent or something on that
Hmm.
property. So now there's just the one location. And my father has, whether or not he knew it, had impeccable timing because in December of 2019, he started to build an addition on the building, which was like a grab and go room. So you could go in, grab your, half dozen ice cream sandwiches or your ice cream pie or your quart of ice cream and just take off. Well, then, in March 2020, when COVID hit and everything shut down,
Mm.
that the timing for him was really good. Like a lot of small businesses were hurt during that time. I would argue that his business was the same or possibly better because people could just go in with their masks on, grab their ice cream, and leave and enjoy it at their house.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
good for
he's
everybody else.
yeah, he works so hard. I get my work ethic from him. And his
Well,
name's Guy, so he's just a good guy.
that's what I was going to say too, is I think some people probably have the family-run small business owner, the vision they have in their head is probably overly romanticized. I have a feeling that if you own this thing, are you there early, you're there late, you're there every darn day.
hmm Yeah, and my dad is 66 years old, and only in the last 4 or 5 years has he taken, like, now he takes every Tuesday night off so that he can, go bowling.
Oh my
And
goodness.
now he takes like every Friday night off. But I mean, when I was little, the only way you get to see your dad is by going to visit him at the ice cream store.
Mm,
Because he gets there at 8 in the morning and then he leaves at 10 o'clock at night, does that 7 days a week from March to September.
wow. Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, what a grind. I mean, that's crazy. Do you have, you know, if you were there right now, do you have a favorite flavor?
Oh,
Or what's high
I
on the
like
list? If you can't narrow it down to one, what's
it's
high on the list?
I mean, he has just a very, very good vanilla and a very, very good chocolate. He makes a brownie batter, so kind of like dark chocolate
I
ice
saw that on the
cream.
menu.
Yeah. With brownies. And it's like my mom who makes the brownies for him. My dad will just come home and set like 4 boxes of brownie mix on the counter and she knows what to do.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
And
And
I
then
looked at it, I don't know what it is. I'm actually looking at the menu right now, the ice cream menu.
mhm,
Uh, and it's so crazy that, every kid loves ice cream. I love ice cream. My kids love ice cream. And I don't know what
mhm,
it is about the town that we live in. Or it's not even an ice cream shop. Every now and then, like
mm,
a new frozen yogurt place will open,
mhm,
and they never survive, even if they appear to be busy. I don't know what it is, but about a year later, they close shop. Then they're gone for 2 years, and another one comes in,
mhm.
there for a short period of time. They close up. Like nothing has remained. And you would think everybody loves ice cream. There's got to be a place in a town for that, but they don't. I don't know if the rent around here is too high and that rent crushes them or whatever it is, but they don't survive. I mean, we literally have to drive probably to go get ice cream 20 minutes, I would say.
Mm,
Drive 20 minutes away.
yeah, that's a trek.
And then it's not a mom and pop joint. It's like a Cold Stone Creamery. Like there's not a mom and pop joint that I can think of anywhere near me at all, which is just a shame, really.
hmm
But
That's
yeah,
yeah.
I wish your dad had a location down the street. I would give him lots of business.
Right. Oh yeah, he's the place where people go like after their T-ball games in the summertime. You'll get like the group of kids and their parents or
And I saw the
or
man, he's
yeah.
got burgers and everything too. The burgers look
Oh
great.
yeah. Yep, they've got food. It's a whole thing.
Got a full-time operator. Now, is it look like too there's a bunch of your relatives work there? Is that fair to say?
Yes, yeah. Not as much anymore because we are mostly grown, and we have our own career paths,
Hmm.
or in the case of myself, a stay-at-home mother path at the moment. So my dad and my uncle Vin, for long, long time, were kind of like partners in the business. My uncle is still technically a partner. He's stepped back a little bit. He's turning 70 this year. Um, and between the two of them, they had one son and six daughters. So so my cousin Nick is now taking more of the responsibility on. But when my sisters and my cousins and I were in high school and college, I mean, it was the perfect summer job. Like when
Oh
your father's
yeah.
your boss, he gives you like pretty decent hours. They didn't always treat us like favoritism. Like some days you would work, 4 to close, and then they would say, okay, come in the next day at 11 a.m. And those were
Hmm.
killer.
Did
But
you
I could
have friends
say
coming by trying to get you to hook them up? Some ice
all
cream?
the time, like in college, when I was working over the summer, my people I knew from high school would come up. They'd say, "Oh, I know you. Could I get this?" I'm like, "No, like we weren't even
We're
friends."
running a business here.
Yeah,
We got to pay the rent. We got to pay the employees.
right.
That's very, very cool. Well, again, I hope if people are in that area, they check it out. Say, let everyone know the
Mhm.
name one more time and what town's it in.
Sure. It's Bonomo's Dairy Cream. It is technically Kirkland, New York, which is outside of Utica, and the New York State Thruway. You take exit 32 and you're 5 minutes away.
Okay, gotcha. I guess so. Sadly,
Mhm.
leaving ice cream behind.
It's okay.
Um, the other thing people might be shocked to know if they follow the CrossFit world is that you're married to Ben Smith.
Yes, no, but not that Ben Smith.
Yeah.
Well, when we started doing CrossFit, and we found out there was this Ben Smith in the world, it was so funny. And I also wrote in my email that my husband and I, like, we drank the CrossFit Kool-Aid really hard when we first started, and we went to the CrossFit Games as part of our honeymoon in 2015,
Awesome.
and that was the year of Ben Smith and Katrin David's daughter winning. It was also in Carson, California at that time. And I got to say this from the get go. Tia Claire Toomey won second place that year, and
Mm,
I was saying to my Ben Smith the whole time, I'm like, why is nobody talking about her? Like she's so good, like, but she just keeps sneaking in there. I'm like,
hmm.
why? What is happening? So all I'm saying is, I knew she was going to be the CrossFit Games winner, like in 2015.
You had a feeling.
Yep. And then I also have Matt Fraser's autograph. And like I used to log my workouts in a notebook, and I have his autograph, like
Oh, that's
and he came in
awesome.
second place that year too. So I'm
You
just
were ahead of
saying,
your time.
absolutely.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
very
yeah,
cool.
yes. And then I told my husband I was going to rib you for this.
Please
I
do.
also got, I also got to meet Valerie Vobrall, who is my at the time, I mean, even now, like she's kind of like my icon because like she was a full-time teacher and also a very,
Hmm.
very high performing athlete. But I distinctly remember you calling her a Toyota Corolla.
Yes. Yes, I did. And that actually got brought up somewhere on social media, like within the last 6 to 12 months. I can't remember what it was.
Hmm.
And I didn't bring it up, and she didn't bring it up. Somebody else did. And I don't know if they thought that in hindsight she was gonna like, I don't know, remember it a certain way or take certain offense. But she like wrote something along the lines of like one of the favorite things that's ever been said. Like it's really cool. And sometimes I say things that I haven't worked out in my head and that I don't verbalize how I think. But in my mind, I was like, this woman is so incredible and so capable, but like no one sees her coming. Like she's stealthy, like it's just, and she's reliable and consistent and like does the work every time, rain or shine. And it's like a Toyota Corolla or Camry, like
Hmm.
not the flashiest car out there, but does everything you need exceptionally well. And thank
Hmm.
goodness she understood what I was trying to say with that, because I'm
Right.
sure it could have gone a different way.
And she's such a nice person,
Oh my
which
goodness. Beat you with a
just
smile.
right. Oh my gosh. And she was just so down to earth. I was fangirling so hard, but she was like, "Oh, and then she signed my book too. I think she said like train hard and smile, and then she's got her like very distinct teacher handwriting, like Valerie Vobrall. I'm like, "Yep, that's
I mean,
about it."
there's some stories of like, old school regionals happening out there in California. Like between events, she's like sitting in the back, like grading papers, and then just goes out and like crushes the next event.
Mhm. Right, like she's got to do what she's got to do.
Yeah, no, she was all business. She was a great one for many, many years. You also said for you and your husband fully drinking the Kool-Aid, this may actually spark people's interest as like a phenomenal idea that you will tell us about your wedding registry.
Oh my gosh, yes. So this was well, yeah, Ben and I were trying to decide. We got engaged when we were both 23. We got married when we were both 24. I mean, we're still together. We just celebrated 10 years together.
Congrats.
So Thank you. So we did something right, but we were thinking like, okay, I guess we need towels. Okay, I guess we need dishes, but we also need barbells. Like, so let's just make a rogue registry too. So
Perfect.
it was great. I like the people who got us things off of it knew that we were pretty serious about working out. But I remember there's a picture of me lifting my 35-pound barbell over my head wearing like this cutesy sundress. And everyone's like, what? Everybody was so confused. It was great.
But if you know, you know.
Honestly, yes. It was my one of my best friends, Sean, gave us a it was a 1-to-1 replica, 1 inch to 1 foot, but it was a rope. So they were waiting for the rope to come in, and he gave us a 15-inch length of rope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you said you were one of those people, which I think a lot of people will resonate with, that never really considered yourself an athlete. Found
No.
found CrossFit, and then correct me if I'm wrong for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you and your husband, you did it for a while at a gym and then eventually transitioned to home?
So let's see. So Ben started March of 2012 because his first workout was like 12.3, like the open workout or something.
Okay.
It was either like that or Karen, like something really terrible.
Something nasty.
Um, yeah, something pretty gross. And I was mad because he see like I know I chase the best a lot, and I'm like, oh, this must be the best, so I'm going to try it. And I started about 6 months later at so it's a gym. It was called CrossFit Mohawk Valley. I don't
Hmm.
know. That might just be like Mohawk. They've expanded a ton. They're like the fitness empire in the Utica, New York area now.
Okay.
But yeah, Mohawk Valley Wellness now started in 2012. Worked out there for a year. In 2013, Ben and I got engaged, and we moved in together after being living long distance for the year after we both graduated college. From 2013 to 2020, we did kind of a mishmash. So we did most of our workouts at a gym,
Okay.
and then we did some workouts at we had people over at our garage, like my friend Sean, his then wife Sarah, my mother-in-law. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention my mother-in-law. So Ben's mother, Lisa, she's oh gosh, she's all into. She just wants to do what her sons do.
Oh,
She's
that's
one.
cool.
She's amazing. But when we worked out at her house, we called it CrossFit Cardigan because that was the street that she lived on at the time. So we kind of alternated between that, and we used Linchpin programming when we did workouts in the garage because your programming is very, very good.
We tried.
So
It's your father's ice
yeah.
cream. You know, it's a locally owned and we care.
Mhm. Oh my gosh. So I remember one of the first linchpin workouts that I did, it was, and I got so, and this is when I started getting so mad at myself for like not being strong enough. But it was like run 500 meters and then do like a certain number of rounds of Cindy and then do that. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 times around, but I remember it taking me so much longer than my husband and just being like, what's wrong with me? Like, shouldn't I be stronger? Shouldn't I be faster? Um,
We
and
all
then,
get humbled.
right. Oh, and then again, 2020 hit, and we did exclusively linchpin in our basement because, the rogue registry had us set up pretty good. Uh,
That worked out well for you too.
who knew? And then I found out, 2 months into lockdown that I was pregnant with my son, Nathan. So a lot of things change.
Mm.
A lot of things
Hmm.
have changed in the last 5 years. Regarding like what I am able to do and also my mentality surrounding fitness and longevity and wellness.
Unpack that a little bit. What do you mean? What's changed with your perspective and outlook on longevity, wellness, working out, all that good stuff?
Yeah. So I mentioned in the email that when Ben and I drank the CrossFit Kool-Aid, we we went pretty hard. We were working out, 5 days a week, and we did zone for a while. We both got our CrossFit level 1 certifications.
Very cool.
Yes, thank you, CrossFit King of Prussia. It was a great weekend. And then Ben ended up coaching at the gym that we went to, and that was really cool. He misses that. He misses he misses teaching people in that way. He's an
Mm.
engineer by day and has no interest in teaching any other way, I don't think. But it was like, like stronger, faster, better, do it better than everyone else. But I would always be so I'd be upset with myself because I would go to the gym, and the women who went there were like, they were all very friendly, but I never found like a gym friend really. All the women
Mm.
there were either like very, very high level, or they were like women over 50 or 60. And
Gotcha.
I would do weights and things closer to what the older women would do, but I was in age closer to the younger women. And so I'd
Mm.
always be like, oh, I'm an old lady, like working out.
Right, right. Caught in
Uh,
the middle somewhere.
yeah. And I said, like, I am always last on the leaderboard. I would just be so embarrassed to write my name on the whiteboard with my score next to it,
And
just
was that
because.
why were you embarrassed because you said the environment there was friendly? So am I assuming that that was something you had going on inside and not something that the environment made you feel?
Oh, 100%. Like
Okay.
I just, yeah, I put so much pressure on myself to be the best and do the best. And kind of everywhere in my life is uh, many things come easily to me. I was a music major in college, and I mean, like I worked very hard, but I think I also have like some innate musical talent. So that was pretty easy for me. But going from making flower crowns on a youth soccer field to like CrossFit and pretty and almost nothing in between, um,
Hmm.
just reminding myself, like, okay, like these other people have like athletic backgrounds, maybe they were college athletes and they're getting back into it. So they already have like this strength that's built up. But in
Yeah,
my
give
brain, I'm like,
themselves
no,
some
that doesn't
slack.
matter. I need to move the bar to make it impossible for myself to reach.
Mm.
Um, and when I had so working out up to the birth of my son, I was still doing like 4 or 5 days a week, and I was modifying things. And the his birth was really easy. One of the first things I said after I was done was, "I'd do that again." Like it wasn't
That's
that bad. I'd
amazing.
do that again. Sorry to any of the women who are listening who want
I
to
was gonna
punch me in the
say,
face now.
I'm sure some women are like, man, I wish I had that experience.
But then after giving birth, like, I mean, you're in the trenches, as you know.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
you do, and you kind of do what you can. And but then with Nathan, it was, I'm like, can I leave him there and do a workout? Like, what if he falls asleep and I don't see it? Like, it's just all of these crazy things you think as a parent, a first
Hmm.
time parent, like, I don't know what to do. Um, and then when my body finally started feeling like, okay, I feel like I can do a workout again, um, I kept injuring myself because I was picking weights that were too much for me, even though they were weights that I
Okay.
could do, if not easily, then like better prior to having Nathan. So I've had to really cut back on like my 15-pound dumbbells are my best friend right now. And
Awesome.
yes. And my mother-in-law for my birthday bought me we affectionately called them Q-tips at CrossFit Mohawk Valley, but it's like the 15-pound dumbbell or the 15-pound barbell.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so she got me that for my birthday because I'm finding like when you throw in like, the good mornings in your warm up, I'm like, I can't do this with a 35-pound bar. I use a PVC pipe. It works.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
yeah. So yeah, sorry. I try to tell a story and then I go off on a bazillion tangents. Um,
All good.
Yes. Oh, and then the other thing that happened in addition to like kind of hurting myself because of the choosing too high of the weights is that my thyroid was screwed up and I didn't realize it. I went to my doctor saying like, "Hey, I know I'm supposed to be tired as a first-time parent, but this seems excessive."
Mm.
And for I don't know, a year and a half or so, I was kind of like chasing down what it could be. And then I finally got diagnosed with what is it, like the hypothyroidism? Your thyroid doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
But it was really affecting me getting fitness in because it was like my son would go down for a nap and I would take a nap because I'm like, I can't make it through the rest of the day.
I believe it.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was kind of a mess. And now that that's all figured out, I've been much more consistent about my workouts, except for the last 2 weeks where I was sick and moved.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So what is your,
So
but you said you very much enjoy working out at home.
I love it. It's so convenient. It's
I
we
agree with you
just
there.
yeah, you just put your shoes on, you go out to either the garage when it's warm outside or the basement when it's not. And I listen to audiobooks when I work out because I'm a huge nerd and I love to read. Um, and now Nathan's a little bit older and he's so cute and he wants to be like mommy and daddy. So he'll come downstairs and he'll say into the basement, he'll say, okay, I'm going to do my workout with you. I'm going to bike into a ring swing. So he'll be on his little
That's
balance
cool.
bike. He'll come up, he'll grab onto the rings and he'll swing back and forth like a little monkey on the rings. And then he'll just keep repeating that. Or I've got fabulous footage of him when he was around a year old doing burpees with Ben.
That's
It's
amazing.
so cute.
That's amazing. That's super cool. And they pay attention to what mom and dad
They
do.
do. Yeah. I mean, my parents are, like not unhealthy. Like I know that they're on like they have meds for like blood pressure and such, but I didn't see my parents working out when I was growing up.
Oh, they also
So
exposed to ice cream all day long, and that's a tough environment.
people are people are constantly like, why don't you weigh 300 pounds? I'm like, because I mean, well, I did eat a lot of ice cream, but also like you're on your feet all day. You're on your feet for
Hmm.
5 hours at a time. So you burn it off somehow. I don't know.
No, 100%. Yeah, but
Hmm.
the kids do, they watch you and whatever, hopefully life and priorities that mom and dad have,
Hmm.
they're correct and they're modeling those correct
Hmm.
priorities. So I think you're doing it right. Same thing we're trying to do in this household as well. You can't
Hmm.
force it, but if you just do your thing, they see what you got going on. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm curious, maybe, kind of in closing, if you had to give some advice to like the world's full of plenty of overworked, tired moms and dads. I mean, the world's full of
Right.
that.
Hmm.
Time is precious. I'm not getting enough sleep, stressed out for what it happens to be. Last thing I want to do is work out. What
Hmm.
what advice would you give for somebody to even just start to turn the ship around?
Hmm. Oh boy. I think it's do something. Like it doesn't have to be a full workout. It can be just a warm up. It can be something that's not working out per se. So I haven't been able to as much, but I like to swim. So I'll
Hmm.
go to like the rec center around here. I'll do like 30 minutes of laps.
Oh, nice.
I'm not fast, but I find it really relaxing. Um, the other thing that I do is I dance on Thursday evenings. And now I have to explain what kind of dance it is. Which is kind of hard. But it's called contra dancing, and people describe it as if line dancing and swing dancing had a baby.
Oh, wow. That's
It's
cool.
yeah, it was like the last thing to come back after COVID because you dance with your partner the entire dance, but then you also dance with everybody else in your set.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of just touching other people.
I bet dancing
But
like that's a stress relief once a week too.
oh, it's so great. Like it's it's kind my mother-in-law has said, do the exercise that you'll do. So, I'll add on to that, do the exercise or do the movement that makes you feel joyful so that it doesn't feel like a chore. if like lifting weights isn't your thing, I don't know why it wouldn't be because I love that. Um, then just pick something else. Like my I have a younger sister who she's run like 4 marathons. She
Oh
loves to
wow.
run. Yeah, she's the fitness queen in the house. I hate running.
You're in good company. Plenty of people hate running.
Yes. So I'll tell you what, I love the Echo bike. No one else loves the Echo bike. I love the
Yeah,
Echo
I
bike.
was gonna say that's rare right there though.
Oh yeah, I'll do the Echo bike as my cardio for every workout. But yeah, but like do something that makes it joyful. Or like put on a podcast, put in an audiobook.
Mm.
Find somebody you love to do it with. I love when Ben and I can do workouts together. And now I've finally learned how to scale it appropriately so that he and I are, finishing at the same time as opposed to me going 35 minutes to his 17 because he's not the Ben Smith, but he's like probably in the top 25% of
That's
CrossFitters.
legit. That's
Yeah,
legit.
he's a good guy. He's yeah. And he's
That's
he's
very
very he's
cool.
very humble about it.
Well, sounds like you got a good thing going on and you've found a
Hmm.
way to make it work, with the cards that you dealt and the life that you've got and the schedule that you've got. You found
Hmm.
a good groove.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard. Um, and Ben for him, his workout is his stress relief.
Mm.
So even out through this entire move, he's found a way to squeeze in workouts. Whereas I have, flopped on my bed and said, I'm going to bed early tonight.
Hey,
But
now you're starting to get settled in and you can get right back
mhm,
on track. It's all good. You're always
yeah,
just one workout away from getting right back on track. One
exactly.
workout away, one meal away, one
Hmm.
decision away. It's all good. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing your story and
Hmm.
with your husband Ben as well. And please give him my best. And of course,
I
a
will.
big shout out to your dad's ice cream shop as well. It's so cool. Tell him that I wish we had one in my town.
Okay. I'll pass that along and he'll say, "Who were you talking
Yeah,
to?"
please do. Just a crazy guy that likes ice cream.
Oh,
But yeah,
yes.
thank you
Hmm.
so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.